Hello there guys, welcome back to episode 60 of Europa Universalis IV as Barat. We managed to take out Kathiawar once again. I'm sure they are probably likely to pop. I've just noticed that there's another... just as I said it and hit pause, it just went to 100%. Multan Salikot. Where is that going to happen? Down here somewhere. I didn't even realise that one was creeping up. Multan, Salikot, and Kolistan. So, 6%, 6, 22, 33. You guys need to get over there. You need to move in their place, I think. The rebels did already fire. How big's the stack? Wow, that is a big stack. You need to go up there and help. We do have a leader there, but wow, that is harsh. We'll get there on the 27th of December. 5th, 6th, 7th. We did just manage to hold out. I don't even think that's enough. We did have some pretty bad rolls. There we go. We've got a couple of good ones there. Well, that took a lot of manpower away. Lose some money or lose some trade efficiency and tax. Well, we'll have to lose the money. That'll be another loan. Come on, stop rolling higher than me, you git. Okay, lost a bit of manpower, but at least we got rid of them. So you need to go in that's there, and we'll move you down there. There's another loan. Fantastic. Ah, war. Well, it is Friday. And they've it's just a conquest war as well. Okay. If that's how we're playing this, let's get everybody up to the front. Let's make sure we get our policies turned on. So we want our extra discipline. And we want our infantry combat ability. You are at military tech 19, and I'm at military tech 20. You bet you've brought the Ottomans in, haven't you? Yes, you dirty buggers. Nepal and Yarkand and lots of people have come to join in. So you've got a very, very good general over there. I really, really want a better general, because my generals are terrible. Can we get a better general? What about if we make our king into a general? You're terrible. Oh my god. Can we please have some generals who aren't complete and utter trash? So, who is our best combat general? This guy, Kishore. So, you want to be in charge of this army. And try and get in there and do some damage as quickly as we can. You definitely want to get up to the front. I don't think we're being attacked on the west. On the east, sorry. So, let's get you over here as quickly as possible. So, unfortunately, that these two armies took a little bit of a kicking. He's moving out of there, actually, but that's fine. We can go and take this fort, and we can go up and get Kandahar pretty quickly. We'll take the Ottomans some time to march their armies over, which is like one of the sort of only good things about this war. Let's see if we can get you over there. Oh no, we might actually catch them. We might actually catch them there. Now, we will be attacking into the mountains, which I know is a stupid, stupid idea. But sometimes you just got to see what happens. We do have slightly more men. They've got one hell of a general. They've got a lot of cavalry. But we are a military tech ahead, and we do have some nice modifiers. We do need to get our heavies out of mothballs. Now then, which way is this going to go? With those sort of penalties, plus the fact he's rolling 9s, I'm going to go with not very well. Rolled a 0. Rolled a 3. We can retreat from that battle, so we're going to. And what we want to do is let him get out of there, because if he moves out of there, then that'll make it easier for us to... Yep, and that's exactly what he is doing. So now he's moved out of there, we can go and be the defender in the mountains. How about that? So we'll do that. We are under our force limit. I think going ahead and getting 20 mercenaries is not a terrible idea. Oh yeah, that's right, we don't have any money. Let's go ahead and... oh, no, not repay loan. We want to take out a couple more loans. And what I will do, actually, is with the game paused, we're just going to go over here and manually turn off some of these forts, because I don't think we need to have all of the ones that are on in the east. While it is quite possible somebody could see it as a weakness and declare... At least I didn't declare a coalition war this time, which makes it slightly easier to win. But I think we can turn off a lot of these forts down here. We'll keep the one on in the capital. We'll keep these ones down here just in case they do sort of make their way in. I think we'll keep all the rest of the ones on over here. I don't mind doing that too much. It might be okay. Some of them are also out of date anyway, so it won't make an awful lot of difference. So we'll unpause. We want to try and move in over here. I want to keep this army back because we do still have that that rebellion that might pop. It'd be very annoying if it does, but we do need to sort of build up in size. We do still have some manpower. That was right. We wanted to get ourselves some mercs, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to move in here with one army and be the defender in the mountains. We want to try and take Kandahar as quickly as possible. Is Kandahar still their capital? Yeah, it must be. Kandahar's still the capital, isn't it? Yeah. So we want to try and take Kandahar as quickly as possible. I'm still very, very worried about the strength of the Ottoman army in terms of numbers and the fact that they're western and a few techs ahead, so that's going to be problematic. Here's the Afghanistan army. Now, we will be able to move in with these guys should we need to, not to mention the mercenaries who are all going to be on standby. We have got a couple of other bigger stacks moving over. This is in Highlands. It's not as good as mountains, but at least it does provide some sort of defence. Now, funnily enough, I'm not recording this on a Friday. It's actually Monday today, but this is Friday's episode, and I always seem to end up in a war with Afghanistan on a Friday. We don't have anyone, or none of our diplomats doing anything. Let's go ahead and start building a spy network on Afghanistan. The reason we want to do that is it'll make sieging quicker. So let's go ahead and do that. Don't know what he's going to do with this army, but we'll see. He might be just coming down here to try and engage me. If he wants to come and engage me in the mountains, that's fine. I'll start throwing some mercenaries in there. I'm not too bothered about that. He's got a 35k stack there, though. That's a little bit scary. He's just sitting in his capital now. Though his capital's in the desert, so that's not too much of a problem. There is a revolt. That's actually going on in Garjat, though. That's not really my concern. Yeah, let's not all stand in there and cause a massive amount of attrition, shall we? So we could actually go in and try and attack there in Kandahar, but I don't think that's the same army. It's certainly not the same general, because that was a 3-star general. So I think there's another army around here somewhere. So definitely need to be careful there. Can we start coring somewhere else? Yes, we can. There, look at that. He's now got a 51k stack. Not too sure if there are any Ottoman forces there. No, it's all Afghani. Have to excuse me, it's like I'm losing my voice a little bit. There's another revolt, which we kind of expected. So we'll allow that revolt to fire. It looks like we're actually going to win that battle anyway. I was hoping that these guys would go and deal with the rebellion down here. Doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon. Let's go ahead and take those mercenaries and just move them to the front. I just want to be able to go in here and reinforce if need be. Because they may be going to try and come in and attack me. Looks like they're going to try and come in around the bottom here. Let's try and get those mercenaries down here, actually, because I think that's where we're going to need to throw in. I think they may try and come in from this direction. I do really want to go and try and sort of help them out and get rid of that rebellion down there, but we're taking a lot of losses already. Right, let's go and move in with that 26k stack, just to try and get rid of them. I think we've got enough down here to defend if we're quick enough. They did actually go and help with that one. They might come down here and help if we are lucky. So where are you moving that stack around? I don't really care where you move it around, just as long as we're in a position to be able to take Kandahar from you. I don't really want to take... Well, I'd like to take some provinces from them. But if we can take them out quite quickly, I think we can go up to speed 2. We definitely want to try and take Kandahar. We might be able to sneak in around the back, but I'm not necessarily sure that that's going to work. We'll be crossing a river there whichever way we go in. At least that's another rebellion taken care of. These guys will replenish. Wow, our infantry got wrecked, but we do have manpower, luckily. For the time being, at least. And they're just sort of moving units around backwards and forwards. We didn't lose an awful lot there. We'll take that back and then return. Right, the Ottomans are actually starting to get troops on the front line now. You're thinking about engaging. Now, who is that is engaging? Is it the Ottomans? Let's just wait till a few people are committed. Right, Ottomans are committed. So let's go and move in with the infantry. And let's go and move in with you, because we don't actually have a general there at the moment, which is pretty bad. We want to grab this as quickly as we can, guys. And bring you to the front. This battle has initiated. Have you finished with that yet? Come on, hurry up. There we go. So you guys are done. So get back over here to the front. I don't think we need to forced march. So this is in the mountains. They definitely have the terrain penalty. And let's just have a look at the bonuses here. So our discipline is way higher. Our base morale is about the same. And their tactics is slightly higher. They've just thrown a lot more units in, though, which is not a good thing. Okay, maybe you guys did need to force march. Looks like Garjat are about to throw some units in. If we can hold out just a tiny bit longer... Oh, no, it was the wrong button. I retreated. What I was trying to do was select that unit, and I thought that was the unit I had selected. That was unfortunate. Let's get you out of there. Okay, so we lost that battle, but they took some heavy losses as well. That was annoying, just clicking the wrong button. Let's see if we can get a better military guy. Let's take the guy that gives us more discipline. So you don't need to be there any longer. That rebellion has gone away. So let's bring you back to the front. So we kind of want to bait them into attacking us at the moment. Yeah, we're sort of retreating all over the place. We are attempting to take that. That's going to take a long time. But yeah, they actually took some quite heavy losses there. I mean, we did as well. You guys, you're not forced marching. You just go up to the front there. Just want to try and get some people on the front line so that we can jump in if we need to. We've got a lot of troops on the front line. How are we doing in terms of numbers? They do have more numbers on everything, considerably. Which is a little bit of a shame. Right, you are going to attack into there, are you? Well, I guess we can go in and try and help. Not too sure how good of a job we're going to do. You guys get over here as well. This is in drylands. Oh no, they're actually... I still think they're going to get caught. And they did get caught. So we are putting some more units in. And I'm amazed at how quickly we're getting wrecked, considering we have... well, we don't have higher everything now, unfortunately. That westernized Ottoman army is causing some real problems. Are we going to arrive in time? Just. You can try and get involved. You can also try and get involved as well. There's another 68k from the Ottomans force marching in right now. Which is never good. Not too sure. Oh, we've rolled a 0, because of course we have. We did get some more units in there. We will extend the loan. I think we're definitely going to need to. We've got another 20k of our own coming in. That might just get there in time. Yep, they did. And we're definitely going to lose this. So let's get everybody out of here who can get out of there. There might be a stack that still goes down. So what have we got here? Lose Learly Legitimacy, lose a chance of a new heir, and lose 1 diplomatic. We'll just take the 2 prestige. Why would we take anything else? So again, this is looking a little bit nasty simply because of the amount of units the Ottomans have got in here. We might have to play this a little bit more defensively. Not really liking where this is going. Out of interest, what would happen if we tried to sue for peace and offered to let them win? They would want to give up quite a few places. Kashmir, Szechuan, Bakar, Sinsagar, Thatta, Kangra. What about if I didn't give you Kashmir and gave you money instead? The game is being very laggy all of a sudden. And I don't know why, because it is paused. So every time I click the button, the clouds move and something weird goes on. It doesn't look like they would take money. It's tempting to try and wipe peace just because of the way we're being wrecked. We need to get their armies to split up and mine need to recover. We've still got manpower, which is good. So let's let their armies split up a little bit and let's try and jump on them where we can. Unfortunately, most of my armies seem to be wanting to retreat to the opposite end of the world, which is not great. So if you guys wouldn't mind stopping, please. Come and get to somewhere where you can recover a little bit. So yeah, there's some big stacks around. This siege up here is taking forever. Which is not surprising because we have a few cannons there. It's not quite a sort of a full stack going on, but there isn't a leader either. There isn't a general. So they've taken 1 province so far, but that's fine. We need to get our numbers back up. I could go and consolidate, but we've got manpower, and the thing with consolidation... Oh, didn't see this going on up here. I doubt that we can get out of there, even if we force march. We'll give it a go. They are going to catch us, though, unfortunately. And we've got no leader, and we rolled 0s to start. Because that's what we do. So we lost that battle. And got stack wiped, so awesome. So let's go ahead and get another stack of mercenaries then. Why not? Now they're moving in up here. Let's not have all of our armies sitting in the same province, because that'll just hurt. We try and take some little stacks out if and where we can. I think that's what we need to try and do. I mean, the Ottoman armies are kind of split up at the moment. They are going to be taking out a few random little mercenaries that are sort of all over the place. But the Ottomans just have so many men. It's just ridiculous. You're about to engage the Ottomans in the hills, which isn't a great idea. You've almost fully recovered. You go and retake that. So let's start moving forwards with a bit of a front line. The idea is if they do try and attack me, we'll sort of merge everyone in together. That same event again. Just for some random prestige. Now we are over our force limit. Were those the mercenaries? Yes, they were. Well, we won't get any more for now. We don't want to go too heavily over the force limit. Ah, well done. Somebody managed to go and occupy some of Afghanistan over there. I think what they're going to try and do now is they're going to try and go up there and get Yarkand out. That does seem to be where a lot of the Ottoman forces are. I wonder if we can be cheeky and try and get Kalat again. I mean, it is the mountains. If there's any place that's good to defend, it is in the mountains. So we might as well sit in there if we can. Now, do we have somebody else that has a little bit of siege going on? You have a lot of siege going on. Let's go and put you in there. Can we get you into Kandahar? No, why can't you get into Kandahar? Probably because you can't get through all of these other flipping forts. Okay, somebody's coming in up here. So we'll keep our eye on that. We've taken another loan again. Right, where are you going to try and go? Now, can I force march and get here before you? We will arrive on the 9th. You'll arrive on the 17th. So that answers that question. Now, you're not in any way going to stop. Because you are not in any way scared of me, which is fine. But I am literally just going to force march everything I've got into that province right now. And we'll see. Oh, he gave up. He is in the desert, though. And you're not locked. So you know what? Let's see if we can't jump on you. He's trying to get out of there. We will take some river crossings. But if we can jump on him like a stack at a time, there is a 29 stack coming down from Afghanistan now. We're already losing this, despite the fact that, yeah, there is a river crossing. We didn't have a leader. Of course, the AI was rolling much better than we were. There we go. We are flanking him pretty hard now. Oh, we've been given a 25 ducat gift from Oman. I wish there was an option in EU4 so that if you had several armies all in one province like this, you could click a button and tell them to all go back to the provinces that they were in originally. That would be excellent if you could do such a thing. Unfortunately, you cannot. So let's turn the forced marching off where we don't need it. Because the thing with forced march is it stops you from reinforcing. So there's one Ottoman army thwarted. There is another 22 stack coming in up there. I'm feeling a little bit weak to... We could try and run in with the mercenaries. When would you get there? You would get there on the 1st of November. You would get there on the 28th of October. So we're not going to beat them there. And I don't want to be the aggressor into the hills. So what I'm trying to do now is play the game defensively. I've really got to make use of the terrain and not be quite so idiotic with what I do. Now then, you are moving into Highlands. Now, we're not fully reinforced here by any stretch of the imagination, but could we get in there? We can get in there on the 4th of November. You would get in there on the 12th. Let's make sure this army has a leader. We want our best fighter, ideally. We'll go with this guy, though, because he's got a lot of maneuver. And our best fighter's actually over here doing the siege, which he shouldn't... Oh, they actually changed their mind at the last minute. That was unfortunate. Can't do anything about that, but we'll stop you guys from moving. Any of you that don't need to move, don't move. He might still come in and try and attack me. That's quite possible. So we will keep our eye on where they're going to go. Sitting in the Highlands with an 8 stack. You see, I could jump in there, but again, it's a little bit risky to try and do. Now, where are you moving into? You're moving into here, are you? I think. 10th of December. If we tried to move in there, we would get there on the 5th of December. We could probably go and engage up here and possibly still win if we had a leader. Let's go and move you up there. So let's move in with you. Let's move you forwards, and in fact we'll do it with forced march on, so you get there more quickly. Same goes with these mercenaries. Let's get you up to the top. Hopefully the ones in Kalat are going to be okay. So we might be able to win that one on our own. You are moving in there. No, we've actually moved into you. I'd have preferred you to move into me. Right, you're going to move into there. That is fine. You guys I'd actually like to move into there, as well as you guys and you guys. Might win another battle here. You're trying to get out, which is good. We've definitely got the numbers there. Unfortunately, Afghanistan has the numbers here. At least for the time being. We did actually win that one. Let's just detach a single unit. And, in fact, we want to force march you. It is costing us military points, but I'll spend military points to win a war. Here's another 43 stack coming in from the Ottoman Empire. I'm about to throw another 23k in there myself. We might just win this battle before the Ottomans arrive. And we did. Are they still going to engage? They are. They want to be the aggressors in the Highlands. That is fine. I'm just going to go through and turn all the forced marching off. Because it doesn't need to be on. We're not going to get a reinforcement tick, so it doesn't really matter. But fine, if they want to attack me and be the aggressor, because my morale just recovered for winning that battle. And they are actually coming in. Lose the stability or lose 20 legitimacy. We'll take the legitimacy hit. So they have engaged us here. So they've got the terrain penalty. They've got a river crossing penalty. We've got much higher discipline. We've got slightly lower base morale. And we've got higher tactics. But we're still going to lose because we're rolling 0s to 9s. And there's another 9. We did roll an 8 that time, which actually helped out quite a lot. There's a 4. There's a 3. Well, we did actually win, but I'm very surprised. The AI got much better rolls than I did. And I know this conversation comes up sort of time and time again about, you know, sort of confirmation biases and things like that. But let's be honest, how many times have we seen it in this game where the rolls are just ridiculously swayed one way or another? But yeah, we've actually won a couple of good battles now. We've got the war score back up to 0. We've still got some units in and around here. Let's just bring a couple of units out, just so we're not all sat in one province. How are we doing in terms of numbers? And the numbers are scary. And there's so many men on the Afghanistan Ottoman side, it doesn't even fit in the box. 131,000. 131.7 thousand. That's not counting the cavalry or the artillery. They've just got so many men involved in this war. It's actually ridiculous. And we'll detach a siege there and move into here, because we don't actually have enough people to try and siege it out. If we can get into Kandahar and take that, though, that'll actually help us out quite a lot. Also, let's take some of these other armies. So you're one army. You want to group together and move up towards the front. And we're not really doing anything with our heavies, I noticed. Although they are a little bit out of date. They only have one heavy there. Let's go ahead and take our heavies out. Will they be scared of them? Or will they just see them as being like really old and out-of-date heavies and not give two hoots about them? Arkan is getting work done. Now we've got another couple of big stacks coming in towards us, which is a little bit scary. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to keep this campaign on, because these fights with the Afghanistans and the Ottomans, it is becoming a bit tedious having to do it every 5 videos or so. And I know that it's a situation I created myself with all of the aggressive expansion, but I mean, any of you guys that have been watching this series, you've seen for yourself how bad the rolls have been. The number of times I've gone into a battle where I've had superior discipline, better tech, superior tactics, the same-ish morale. They've had the crossing penalty, they've had the terrain penalty. Everything says I should win the battle, and I still lose because they roll back-to-back 9s to my back-to-back 0s. It's one of the things that I do dislike about the combat in EU4, the randomness of it. I don't mind there being a certain amount of randomness, because it's nice that all of the battles aren't completely predicted. But when you go in with an overwhelming force, when you should 99% win, and you lose 80% of the time, it's absolutely ridiculous. So it might be time to sort of start another series. I think I've done pretty well as far as Bharat goes. I mean, obviously Garjat does belong to us, so we have taken most of India. There are still a couple of claims that we have. Again, most of them are in Afghanistan, so that's going to be problematic to take. But yeah, I mean, I did a lot better in this campaign than I thought I was going to. Let's put it that way. I haven't 100% decided whether or not I am going to end this campaign yet. I might start another one. I might carry on with it. I'll give it some thought over the course of the week. But if I don't see you on episode 61, I will see you on episode 1 of whatever the next series is. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.